So quickly, what we're going to talk about is the currency market and taking opportunities involved with the currency market. Now, make sure, again, you got a pen, you got a piece of paper, you're prepared to take notes. As you know, this is live. Can't be any more than live than that, than using and losing our volume and our sound. So we're going to pick up the pace and have some fun. Now, again, I got a ton of information to cover. Make sure you grab a pen. You're ready to take some notes in this presentation. Now, quickly, what I need to know from all of you, I know a lot of you are equities traders, you're options traders. What is your level of understanding in the currency market? If you could quickly go into the chat box and rank your experience on a scale from 1 to 10, I would greatly appreciate it. Go ahead and go into that chat box and rank your experience on a scale of 1 to 10 in the currency market. So I know who I'm talking to out here. Okay, I've got Tarek is a 6, Lawrence is a 0, Tony is a 0, Jerry's a 3, Jesus is a 4, EJ is a 4, Terry's a 1. Mike is a 5, Deb is a 0, Kathy's a 4. Okay, so we've got a lot of 1s and 2s. Lisa's a 3 and some 4s and 5s. Okay, cool. Understand, very important when it comes to the currency market, a little different than the equity market. And again, I traded equities, options, stocks for years. I've owned millions and millions of dollars of real estate. I primarily focus now on the currency market and even some cryptocurrencies at this point. And the reason for that is because this market offers a lot of advantages, okay? A lot of advantages. First off, it's what's called a zero-sum game. That means in every single currency trade, the loser of a trade pays the winner. And what I've found through 25 years of doing this is the winners typically have better tools, better experience, better help, better coaches, better mentors than the losers do. So it's pretty simple if you want to become successful in this asset class. You want to have the best information, the best people, and the best technology and tools on your side. And that's what we do just quickly at Market Traders Institute before we dive into live market and some of our analysis and tools. Market Traders Institute, if you're new to our organization, we're a 23-year-old company. For the past 23 years, we've been developing, again, premier education, premier technology. I'm going to show you some of our world-class technology, a lot of our proprietary tools, our trading platforms. But probably the most important thing we've done throughout the year is assembled the best staff, the best people, the best coaches, the best mentors that are out there. Now, 23 years we've been doing this, trained over 50,000 students around the world. We literally have students from all over the globe. Now, again, I know a lot of you are entrepreneurs in this presentation. We attract business owners. You know that you do not survive in business for 23 years without having a rock solid foundation and by delivering what you promised. Now, this is our corporate headquarters. I'm actually broadcasting live from the second floor of this building. We're in Orlando, Florida, just down the road from Disney. We house about 200 employees out of this office. We're not a broker. We're not affiliated with any brokers. You can use any broker you want in the world to clear your currency trades. Again, we're an education company. We provide services. We provide technology. We provide software. And that's what we're going to talk about today in this presentation. Now, the big thing that we do in our group, and the big model that has really led us to where we're at right now, is that we never leave a client behind. Now, the very first thing I would love for you to write down in your notes, just a couple quick words. Please write down coaching and mentorship, okay? Coaching and mentorship. Because to me, again, having done this for 25 years, it's the most important thing that a trader or an investor can have. If you want to learn about the currency market, think about it. Right now, you could do a search on Google. You could go to Yahoo. You could go to YouTube and search how to trade currencies. And you would find tons of information, tons of pages, tons of videos of people proclaiming to teach you how to be a trader. Stay away from 90% of that because you'll just get confused and lose money. If you want to make money in the currency market, let me give you a very basic approach to take, okay? Simply find somebody or an organization that has a proven track record of success, of making money, but not just for a couple years or 3 years or 5 years or 10 years, but for decades. But just as importantly as they can produce results and show you, they need to know how to teach it effectively. So you can stick yourself to their side as they teach, train, mentor, and coach you as you learn to trade in the currency market. And again, that's what we've been doing for the past 23 years, is developing our techniques, our tools, our systems, and our formulas to trade the currency market. Because trading the currency market is a skill. It's very simply a skill that you learn to repeat over and over and over again with the help of your coaches, your mentors, you're going to love it. Now, as an organization, just quickly, we've gone through a lot of growth over the last 6 to 8 years. We were recognized by Inc. magazine as one of the 592nd fastest growing privately held companies in the U.S. So a lot of really fun times here at our offices. A lot of big buzz going around our office as we grow and grow and grow. And we're founded by this guy. This is Jared Martinez. I know a lot of you have read his books before. He's a best-selling author, teacher. He's commonly known throughout the financial world as the FX chief, considered to be one of the best currency traders in the world, probably the best Fibonacci trader in currencies in the world. And I'm going to show you some of our Fibonacci techniques today. Better than that, though, some of the automated tools, some of our indicators that we've created that have taken Fibonacci's to the next level, our power Fibonacci tools. Now, Jared Martinez leads our mentorship and our coaching programs within our organization. Again, he's a 30-year veteran. In fact, over the last 3 years, just to give you a feel for the level of performance he produces, on average, in third-party verified, MyFX book account, okay, third-party verified, for the past 3 years, he's been averaging about 2,000 pips a week profit. Now, if you're new, you may not know what a pip is. Very simply, we'll get over that and into that in a couple minutes. A pip on a standard lot, 2,000, is about $20,000 profit in a week. That's about $80,000 a month. I mean, this guy is a pro. He's been doing it for 30 plus years. Now, he leads our mentorship and our coaching. He trains our trainers. In fact, two of the most important trainers we have, coaches at our organization, you will, if you come on board today, get an opportunity to work with on a daily basis. These two guys right here on the screen. I got Tyson Clayton to the left, one of my good friends. He's out of Minnesota, spends about half the year down here in our Orlando offices. Josh Martinez on the right, two of the best currency traders in the world. Now, we've got a very special session going on later today. If you see on the top of the page, write down New Year's kickoff. New Year's kickoff tonight. So we're looking at about 6.5 hours from now. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard tonight. We have a live trading session. That is New York City time. We are rolling out targets where we're anticipating for the next 2 weeks about 12 to 1,500 pips of opportunity for our students. Tonight, Tyson will be going live, updating our targets, showing you our setups, what we're anticipating pulling down between now and a little over probably January 3rd, 4th, or 5th, right in those dates, okay? Now, typically these sessions are for our more experienced students. However, because this is the last investor inspiration of the year, this is a special trading session, I've been given the green light to invite 20 of you out of this presentation into the live session later today. If you would like to be one of the 20 in the session, very simply, all I need you to do is type in your telephone number and type in rally or kickoff, something like that, because we're going to be going live later today. And what we're going to do is we're going to pick 20 of you. 20 of you will qualify to be in there. Just type in your telephone number and kickoff, and we'll talk about that a little later in the presentation, because the reality is what we do as an organization, it's not about myself or Jared or Tyson or Chief. It's about the results that we produce for our students. People always ask me, my friends ask me when I'm at my kids' soccer games, I hear about you guys, you're growing. Why are you guys growing? Well, the simple fact is our students make money. I mean, we produce results. We've learned how to teach very complex indicators and information and techniques in very simple, easy to use format for people. Okay, and I got a bunch of you, Tanya, Kathy, EJ, I've got you. Okay, you got it in there. You're right in there, Trader NA. You found the chat box, my friend. So again, if you're interested in being in that live session later today, just type in your telephone number and kick off. Now, here's the thing. I promise we're going to wrap this up. I've only got about 45 minutes with you here left. We're going to, by the end of this presentation, if you're new to the currency market, you're going to absolutely see the potential in it. And if you're experienced in the currency market, you're going to absolutely see what we've been doing for 23 years, the tools we've developed, how they can incredibly enhance the returns in your portfolio. So my promise is by the time I'm done, I'm going to give all of you an opportunity to come on board today as a student of ours for the next 60 days, risk-free, so you can watch us as an organization and interact with our people and trade with our coaches on a daily basis, so you can get a feel for us as an organization. Now, before we dive into the actual analysis of how our tools and our indicators work, very quickly, I want to address for the new people, why do I like the currency market as opposed to other markets? To me, it offers some very significant advantages to the equities markets, okay? First and foremost, it's the liquidity in this market. Now, liquidity is just simply means you can enter and exit the market anytime that you want. There's always going to be buyers. There's always going to be sellers, okay? You can get in and out of trades anytime that you want. You can hold on and trade for 5 minutes, 5 hours, 5 days, 5 months. There's always buyers and sellers. You're never stuck holding on to a position. Now, what I love about this market especially is the flexibility in the market. I'm 48 years old. I've got 3 kids that are all very active, a 12-year-old son, a 9-year-old son, a 6-year-old daughter. They're in sports and music. My wife is a professor. We are busy. We're a busy, busy family. I love the idea that I can trade around my busy schedule. If it's 11 o'clock at night, or if I want to get up at 4:30 and trade for an hour in the morning before I go for a run, before my kids are up. One of my favorite times to trade in the U.S. is 2:30 in the morning in the middle of the night. That's what we call the London breakout. That's where the London market opens up. It's great opportunity. So you can trade around your schedule because it's a 24-hour-a-day market. In the United States, this market opens up Sunday afternoon, okay, 5 o'clock. It's open all night, all morning, all day, every day, till Friday at 5 o'clock. So it's very, very flexible. Now, the size of this market surprises a lot of people, especially new people. It's quite simply the largest market in the world. There's more money exchanged back and forth every single day in this market than any other market that's out there, okay? There's over $5.3 trillion changed back and forth. That's a massive market. Now, the focus, again, is another big advantage for me. I'm busy, as I said. In my previous life, when I did a lot of options and stocks trading, I would analyze hundreds, if not potentially thousands of companies to potentially invest in. It takes a lot of time, both technically and fundamentally, to do that. What I love about the currency market is worldwide, there's only 60 currency pairs to trade. At Market Traders Institute, we pay attention to about 21. And I'll be honest, probably the majority of my students' profits are made off of about 10 currencies and 10 currency cross pairs. So it keeps you really, really focused. So if you're like me, you're busy, you got a lot going on, this is the perfect market for people who want to be able to sit down, trade for about 30 to 45 minutes a day, create a primary income stream, a secondary income stream, or a third income stream. This is what we've been doing. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our techniques and our formulas. So let's do this. Let's go ahead. Leon, I got your number as well, my friend. All right, so what I need everybody to acknowledge is I bounced over from my presentation over to my charts. Can everybody see I brought up 6 currency pairs? If you can see that, please type in yes in the chat box. Okay, cool. Everybody's telling me yes, 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 yes. Now, what you're looking at is Market Traders Institute's own proprietary trading platform. We have developed this by traders for traders, spent millions and millions of dollars to develop what we believe is the best trading platform in the world. It's all web-based. So literally, anywhere you travel, you can have all of your indicators, all your charts travel with you on your smartphones, your smart tablets. I spent the Thanksgiving Day holiday up in New York with my in-laws. I traveled with my iPad. I had all my tools, all my indicators, all my charts traveling with me. Very flexible, really cool stuff. Now, if you're new to trading currencies, it's like trading any other market that's out there. You're looking, the old adage of, buying low and selling high when the market starts to move up, right? Or we're also looking to make money in the market when it pushes down and make money in a downward turn in the market. Now, different in the currency market, your job is to capture pips. Capture pips. Now, a pip is simply an acronym for price, interest, point. Price, interest, point. Now, I'm not going to get into a big, long description or definition of what a pip is right now. All I want you to understand for demonstration purposes in this presentation is pips are your friend. You want to capture as many pips as you can when the market is moving up and capture as many pips as you can when the market is moving down. I will show you in a moment how pips turn into profits, okay? Now, as you look at the screen right here, can everybody see right in the middle, I've got a watermark where it says GBP NZD 1 hour. Does everybody see that? What we're looking at is the Great British Pound New Zealand dollar 1 hour chart. Now our software works on every currency pair, every time frame that's out there. This just happens to be a hourly chart. Now each one of these little indicators, these candlesticks up here, are a representation of 1 hour. Candlesticks are a visual representation of how much the market has moved within a particular period of time. For those of you that are new, if I click on a candlestick right here, you can see this candlestick was from yesterday morning at 8 o'clock. It had an open, a high, a low, and a close. All that simply means is this candle opened up right here. Now it dipped down. It had a low. You can see that piece hanging off the end is what is called a wick. It moved up and had a high for the hour. It settled in and closed out its candle. It opened up a brand new candle, of which it way down for a low, moved up for a high, settled in and closed out the candle, all the way up until, if you look right now, we are in live market, right? And these candles are going right in front of our eyes, okay? Candlesticks, for those of you that are new, you use those as indicators to help you determine when there's a change of trend, a change of direction in the marketplace. We like to call them the sign language of the market, okay? Now, very quickly, I'm going to show you how a currency trade is executed. Then we're going to come back into the charts and we're going to actually do some analysis. I'm going to show you our indicators, our tools, introduce you to power Fibonacci's, automated Fibonacci's, really cool information. But very quickly, just to get you a feel of how pips turn into profits. So let's just say, based on help here at MTI with your coaches, your mentors, your education, your technology, your software, you decided to buy into this position down here, okay? We decided to sell right up here. So we bought down here based on some information, and we sold right on up here. Now the difference between these two lines is the difference between over here on the right, this number and this number. That would be the amount of pips that we would generate, okay? Now I can measure that by simply putting my ruler down here, measuring right up here. Now everybody look in the top left-hand corner for me. Can everybody see up there and understand, if you understand what I'm talking about in a second here, type in yes or Y. We would have bought into this trade yesterday, December 18th. We would have sold the same day, 6 hours later, yesterday, we would have sold out, and we would have made 138 pips. Now, bars are candlesticks because each candlestick represents an hour. Each bar is an hour, that is 6 hours. So if everybody understands what I just said, type in a yes or a Y, that we would have bought down here on the 18th, yesterday, sold up here later in the day, okay, in the morning actually, at 9 o'clock in the morning. We would have been in this trade for 6 hours, and we would have profited 138 pips. If you understand that, type in yes or Y. Okay, good. Everybody's telling me yes. Now, very quickly, this is how pips turn into profits for those of you that are new. Understand when you trade in the currency market, you have options of how you can trade. In the currency market, we trade in what are called lot sizes. There's 3 different lot sizes. Write these down. You've got what's called a micro lot, a mini lot, and a standard lot. Micro, mini, standard. Okay? If you trade with a micro lot, you're looking at about a $20 US investment per trade. Now, right there, that's one of the beautiful things about the currency market. It does not take a lot of money to start. You can start with a little bit of capital and grow your account and your confidence over time. Now, I will tell you that the majority of my students, they will start with what's called a mini lot investment. That's a $200 investment per trade. And a standard lot is a $2,000 investment per trade. Now, each one of these have a different profit value to them, okay? If you trade with a micro lot, you're looking at a 10-cent per pip profit. Now, think about that trade we talked about over here on the page. Remember, we're not a broker, okay? Let's pretend you invested in this trade yesterday in the morning, okay? You vested your $20 in your micro lot. Your broker holds on to your $20. 6 hours later, you sell, you get your $20 back, less a little bit of commission. Well, we made 138 pips, so for 10 cents for every pip, our $20 just profited us $13.80. Obviously, that's not a lot of money, but that's a tremendous return on investment. I mean, that's 56% return in about 6 hours. Well, let's say we make that exact same trade, but this time we invest in a mini lot. We don't have to do anything different, do any more analysis, evaluation, put any more energy, effort, or time into that trade. All we do is invest a little bit more money. We invest $200 in the mini lot. Well, our broker holds on to our $200. 6 hours later, we get our $200 back, less a little bit of commission. Now for each pip, we made $1. So we turned $200 into about $338 profit in 6 hours. Not too shabby, right? I mean, how many of you would like to have a skill set where you could, in 6 hours, earn 56% on your money? Tremendous, right? Okay, now here's the thing. This is where it starts to get exciting. Let's say you've been trading mini lots and now you step it up and you start to reinvest your winnings. You start to reinvest your earnings. You decide to do a standard lot investment. Again, you don't have to do any more evaluation, analysis, anything. All you do is invest a little bit more money into a standard lot, $2,000. Broker holds on to your $2,000. 6 hours later, you sell out. You get your $2,000 less a little bit of commission back. Now for every pip, all 138, you make $10 per pip. So your return on a $2,000 investment in about 6 hours is about $1,380. So for those of you that are new to the currency market, does this make a little bit more sense to you? See, this market offers a lot of advantages, but the biggest is the leverage and the buying power. There's no other market like it in the world, okay? And what I'm showing you on the screen right here, this is what we do with our students every single day live, all right? So this is what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and switch gears here. We're gonna jump into the market right here. Now, I'm gonna go live into the charts and show you a demonstration of how a lot of our tools, a lot of our indicators work. Okay, now when you trade in the currency market, as I mentioned before, the beautiful thing about the currency market that I love is the currency market loves to repeat itself over and over and over again. Visually, to me, it's the easiest market to understand. The currency market loves to move in wave-like patterns where it just moves up and pulls down and moves up and pulls down and moves up and just keeps moving in these wave-like patterns over and over and over again, right? And what we need to do as smart, successful currency traders is we're looking to make money when the market moves up, okay, reverses, okay, and we buy into the market, right, and make money as it moves up. Or we're looking to successfully make money when the market reverses and sell into the market and make money when it moves down. Now, every single smart, successful trader must know 3 things in every single trade in order to make money. Number 1, we got to know market direction, right? We got to know number 2, when to get in. And number 3, when to get out. We got to know market direction, when to get in, and when to get out. Now, as a Market Traders Institute student, you're going to learn to use your education, technology, information, the help of your coaches, your mentors to determine these 3 things. But I will tell you what we are probably considered to be the best in the world at in currency trading, I mentioned earlier, is understanding trading and analysis in the Fibonacci's. Now, you may or may not know what a Fibonacci is. For those of you that don't know, you can research this when we're done. Just quickly, I'm going to give you the high-level Fibonacci's. Fibonacci, Leonardo Fibonacci, was a 13th century mathematician. What he discovered is that the world of nature tends to have this rhythmic cycle built right into it. Now, he found that based on mathematical equations and repetition, that numbers and patterns, animals would reproduce in a sequence of numbers. Plants would reproduce in a sequence of numbers. The thumbprint on your hand is in a sequence of number. It repeats itself over and over again. It's called the law of averages, and it's called the Fibonacci sequence, okay? So the thing about the Fibonacci sequence is because it repeats itself over and over again through this mathematical sequence of numbers, well, we apply mathematics to the currency market through Fibonacci's because the currency market repeats itself over and over. So we use mathematics because simply put, math doesn't lie. You take the emotion out. We use straight mathematics, Fibonacci's, extensions, and retracements to help us determine where the market has been to determine where the market's going to move in the future. Okay, we use longer term time frame Fibonacci's to determine when to get in and out. For longer term for direction, and shorter term time frame Fibonacci's to determine when to get in and when to get out. Now, very quickly, I'm going to draw this out for you, and then we're going to apply our techniques and a lot of our automation to live market. The market moves in waves, makes higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and then it reverses and makes what are called lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and it does this over and over again. Now quickly, some very basic fundamental technical analysis. I'm going to draw out my A boundary for you here. I'm going to draw out a B boundary for you right here, a C boundary right here, or C entry, and a D extension right here. I've got A, B, C, D. Now, before we get into automation and our power Fibonacci's, I'm going to draw a very quickly manual Fibonacci right here, from point A right up to point B, just like that. Now, automatically, it's already starting to tell me a story. What I'm going to draw is very quickly 3 buy zones for you. My very first zone right here, I'm going to make it very clear, easy for you to understand before we apply it to live market. We're going to shade this one red. Okay, now my next buy zone just below this, I'm going to go ahead and color code this one too. We'll shade this one right here, light colored blue, so you can distinguish between the two. And then my other one right here, I'm going to go ahead and shade a green. Can everybody acknowledge in the chat box to make sure I don't have any colorblind people that you can see red, blue, and now green? If you can see that, type in yes or Y in the chat box. Red, blue, and green. Okay, good. What we're looking to do, again, in this particular example, is make money when this market moves up, reverses, right? Buy into this particular market, buy into this market, and what the Fibonacci's tell us when to sell. Now, we use different types of techniques and information to determine reversals and patterns. I don't want you to really think about that too much right now. All I want you to understand is understanding the concepts of Fibonacci's manually, so then I can show you power tools. Let's say our reversal takes place down here in the green zone. If I buy in the green zone, I'm going to hold on to this trade all the way up until I hit this green line. If you can imagine this green, what's called an extension, coming all the way across right here, the 1180. I'm going to buy in the green zone. I'm going to sell as soon as I hit that extension, because the software is doing the math for me. It's telling me, Aaron, if you continue to hold on to this position past this extension, the numbers start to work against you, and most likely the trade's going to go the other direction. Okay, it's not guesswork. It's following a system. Well, let's say that our reversal takes place right here in the blue. If I buy in the blue zone, I'm going to hold all the way up until I hit my blue extension right here. Well, for the exact same reasons, let's say my reversal takes place right here in the red zone. Well, if I buy in the red zone, much bigger buy zone, I'm going to hold into this trade all the way up until I hit my red extension. So does everybody please understand, so we can go to live market, that you understand we're going to buy and sell from green to green, blue to blue, red to red. If you understand that, type in yes or Y in the chat box. Okay? Good. Everybody's telling me yes. I know I'm going fast. I got a short amount of time here. We lost some of it with our audio being out, because I want to show you some really cool tools. But let me show you very quickly how this works manually on a live currency. Here's my A. Okay? I know a lot of you are a little more advanced. Here's my B. Now, I don't have my C entry yet. It has yet to distinguish itself. We're going to look for an entry point down here when we get some type of a pattern break or a trend line break. So my C would be down here. Now, I'm going to grab my Fibonacci tool and draw from point A right up here, right on up here to B. Okay? Now, what I'm looking to do is get an opportunity to get into this position. Now, you can see that we're starting to get a trend on a downward push. I'll just draw a simple trend line for you right here. Simple trend line. You should be able to see, I'll look at which way our trend is moving right on down like that. I know it's not exactly perfect. Okay, so now what we're looking for is a breakout of that trend as an opportunity to get in. There's our breakout right there. So we could buy into this position right here. Now, which color zone are we in? Can you tell me what color it is without me having to draw out the box? Type in the color in the zone for me. Okay, what color zone are we in right here? Right here. What color zone is that? Nope. Christine, we're in red. Yep, Tariq, we are in red. So if we buy right here in this red zone, right, what we're going to do is we're going to trade until we get to our Fibonacci extension. We're going to go red to red, right up to here. Now, I can measure what my results will be if I hit that target. That's going to be about 75 pips. So we'll call that 75 pip target. Now, the next thing we're going to do is set up a stop loss order. Obviously, we have to protect our downside, so we're going to set up a stop loss order that just simply says, hey, if I have to go to work or go pick up my kids, or it's the middle of the night and my trade goes against me, I might take a loss, but I'm going to take a small loss, okay? I'm going to set up my stop loss order with a 3-to-1 risk ratio. I'll set up here just below my A, and that'll be about 25 pips. So does everybody understand we've just set up 25 pips risk, and we have a 3-to-1 risk ratio? Do you understand that? If so, type in yes in the chat box. We're willing to risk 25 pips to make 75 pips. Awesome. Okay, good. So we enter into this trade. Now tell me, does it hit my Fibonacci? Boom. Bust through perfect right there. Now we don't chase the trades. We follow our system. We were in this about 7 hours. So 7 hours on a standard lot minus a little bit of commission. Oops. We just had an opportunity to make $750 profit. And I'm going to show you live market conditions in just a second here. Well, what do we do next? The thing we do with this is we do it over and over and over again. Whoops. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all these indicators that I don't need. Okay, I don't need this. I don't need this. All right, we're done with this. We're done with this. Now I'm looking for a new opportunity. Now my old C is my brand new A. My B is up here. I grab my tool and I go from Fibonacci right down to here, all the way up from A to B, just like that. And it's drawing out my fibs for me. Now you can see we've got a downward trend. So we're looking for a breakout in this opportunity to get into this trade. We got a, whoops, we got a clear breakout for us right here. See, there's our downward trend. All right, so let's see if we get our breakout coming through. There's our breakout. Okay, now we're in the red zone again. So we're going to trade from red to red, right here, red to red. Of course, we would set up our stop loss order again. We would set up our stop loss order. Absolutely always going to do that. So I get into this trade and tell me again, does it hit my Fibonacci? Boom. Look at how it hits that extension right there and perfectly goes the other way. It's not magic, gang. If you're new to Fibonacci's, it's mathematics. It repeats its patterns over and over and over again. This trade right here, there was an opportunity to be in this trade for 19 hours, and that's about 123 pips, 19 hours. Again, you're going to less a little bit of commission. That's $1,980 profit. Now, here's the thing. Ton of money to be made in this. Let me show you the beauty of Market Traders Institute's own proprietary trading platform and information. What we've done is taken all the guesswork out of this, and we have automated all of our tools. You can see right here where it says MCI Smart Tools. This is patent pending technology that only Market Traders Institute students have an opportunity to use. This is all embedded in our charting software. I'm going to come right up here and I'm going to click on Smart Tool. I'm going to come right over here and 1, 2, 3, click. The software automatically does the work for me. You can see where I've got my opportunities distinguished itself. This is a trade that I'm in right here. Right here, the breakout. There was the pattern. In this trade currently, it has yet to hit my stop loss order, up about 200 pips. If it hits the extension, that's going to be about 260. Automated tools. Now, here's another one for you right here. Automated tools. I'm going to come right over here, grab my automation. Go ahead and bring this right up here for you. Grab my automation right here. 1, 2, 3, boom, click. Look at how that works. A, B, C. Here's a brand new pattern. I hit the blue to blue right here. Brand new pattern starts right up right here, and boom. Look at how pretty this is right here. You can see this has just started to break out. This has just started to break out right here. Okay, we've got an opportunity for a trade moving into this right into here. If this hits our target, we are still in the red. Okay, we can make on this opportunity from here, there's an opportunity for about 300 pips moving up. But here's the thing. Let me tell you what frustrates Fibonacci traders is the tools are amazing, but if you look at this, there's opportunity to get into this trade in all these different areas. Right here, right here, right here. There's 3 or 4 entry positions where if you entered in each one of those, you could trade to different targets, different extensions up here. The problem that the manual Fibonacci trader has is knowing when to get in, waiting around, looking at the software. How much time does it take? Well, let me show you how we've beautifully simplified this. ABCDs with our Power Fibonacci tool, okay? And again, I know I'm going quickly, but it's very important that you understand the concepts of how this works. If you look at this chart alone, on this chart alone, you can see the ABCD pattern has repeated itself 7 times in a row. And when you start to use our automated Fibonacci feature, okay, it's very, very simple. You just click on the automated Fibonacci feature, and it works on any one of these charts. You get the low, and you can see with any one of these right here, there's profit opportunity. Any one of these trades would have been a great trade by itself, but if you watched it and had an opportunity to make money on these trades, by the time you get to the third, your fourth, your fifth trades, you're putting yourself in a position to make 2, 3, there's 400 pips right there. That's $4,000 on a standard lot. Now, if you caught all of these trades, that's over $16,000 doing this over and over again. And it's all about finding that C entry point. And then you trade off of that C entry right here. Now, right here is perfect. We found the AB. There's our AB. We wait for that C entry. When it lines up with the Fibonacci, we trade from color to color, just like I just showed you. We're always going to protect our downside with our stop loss order, absolutely every single time, okay? And red goes to red. And we trade this right on up, and boom, there's 400 pips right there. Now, the big question, as I said, is, Aaron, I don't have time to sit there and stare at a chart all day long. I want to know if I've got an entry point, multiple entry points, that I can automate all of that to get into those positions. Well, let me show you how this works. This is what is called the Power Fibonacci's. Now, traditional technical analysis is support and resistance we've been talking about, and trend lines, okay? And trend lines right there. We're looking at breakouts and ABCDs. A lot of very technical analysis that can take people a long time to really figure out. Well, one of our tools that our students have been using for the last 1.5 years internally is our Power Fibonacci tool. And what we've done is taken all of this traditional technical analysis and we've automated the entire process. So it's very simple, very clean and easy for people to follow. Okay, now follow me on this. It's very easy, that it's fast. There's not a big learning curve with this. 5 minutes, you got it. Identifies the trades for you. It really takes away what I like to call the guesswork. But to me, the most important thing is it lets you participate in the big, long runs, okay? And it's got about an 80% hit rate. Now, let me show you how this works. Take a look at this chart. You can see we've identified our breakout. We've got our breakout right here. So now, very simply, we just use a few clicks of the mouse and it sets everything up for us. This is internal proprietary software. Only Market Traders Institute students have access to these tools. We bring this chart up. We've got our breakout. We just simply draw our AB. We click on our Smart Fibonacci. Boom. Okay? And it automatically draws those fibs like I showed you. Now, what most investors will not know at this time, if this continues to move down, is my C entry going to be here, 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 or will there be multiple entry points? Instead of sitting here having to stare at charts all day long and guessing at which one of those is going to be your C entry, I open up my Power Fibonacci tool, built right into the trading software, okay? Right where it says select all lines, I click on that right there. Okay, and as soon as I do that, you can see every one of those boxes have been checked. That says to the program, if any one of these C entries are hit, I want to place a trade at that exact position. Okay, now I like to get a little bit more specific. My technique is to take the top and the bottom ones off. You'll learn little techniques when you work with our coaches. Okay, I'm left with the 4 in the middle. All I have to do at that point in time is come down here to where it says OK, and watch what happens when I click on this. As soon as I click on that, automatically, all these trades are entered. Can everybody see the dotted lines right here? If you see the dotted lines, type in yes or Y in the chat box. If you see these dotted lines, dotted lines, dotted lines, dotted lines. Now, what does that mean? Why are those lines there? Well, in one click of the mouse, I automatically just set up 4 orders to be placed at each one of those C entries. My work is done. I don't have to do anything. The automation, the Power Fibonacci does itself. Now you can see what your orders look like by clicking on trading, okay? It brings up right there info orders, all of my orders, clicking right here. You can see you've got them all right here. Your order ticket pops up. It's got everything that you need to know on here. You've got the currency that you want to trade. You've got the amount that you want to trade. In this example, we're trading mini lots. If any of those C entries are hit and I execute one of my trades, I'm investing $200 into that trade, just like we talked about earlier. The buy prices are right here at each one of the Fibonacci levels. And the best part is my stops are put in automatically to protect my downside. Boom. And my limits are put in at the correct colored line to protect my upside. Okay, now each one of these are a little bit different. Now the reason for that is, remember, Fibonacci's A, B, C, D, we trade from green to green, blue to blue, red to red. So it depends which entry we get in to which one we're going to automatically trade to. At first, if the first target gets hit, we trade from red to red. Does everybody understand that? Type in yes. If the next target gets hit, we're going to trade from red to red, red to red. Well, if it gets hit in the blue, we're going to trade from there to there. If it's green, we're going to trade from green to green. Okay, and what happens is, as soon as that's hit, you'll get a green market order to buy right up on the screen. Okay, automatically my stop order, you can see, was executed right into here, and you come up to my account. When it went through, boom, in this account, up about 100 pips. Okay, I did this one not too long ago live with my group, and when this happened live for people, it was really awesome. 2 trades went through, automatically hit perfect my D extension. Just like that, 2 of them executed right in person, and then there's about 658 profit pips made in this in real time. Again, these tools, these indicators that we have created for our students are absolutely incredible technology, incredible tools. You can see automatically sets those up for you, sets your orders up, but the biggest thing about it is the ease and the results. Our students learning from us, number one, manually how you understand Fibonacci's, but then we take it to automation, and then we add on top of that the power tools that we have. Our students are getting tremendous performance, tremendous results. So much so, if you take a look at Facebook, what our students write about us, I mean, this is the biggest difference between us and companies that are out there. We love social media because if you go do some research, you will see people all over the world posting their results of what they're doing with our group. How about Hayward closed out the week with 4,850 pips. Dan, I'm averaging 5,500 pips. Tom, 2,080 pips on the Euro JPY right there. This is actually Josh with Trish and one of our yes, Kathy, we have all of that. We have all of our own proprietary tools and information. Absolutely, my friend. This is Trish, one of our students. This is Josh. This is at one of our anniversary events. Big shout out, thank you to Josh. This week I made 1,208 pips profit. Do you realize 1,208 pips in a week? That's $12,000 on a standard lot. Elizabeth, the first 2 months of 2017, my FX book records say I made 4,280 pips in January and February. That's over $40,000 on a standard lot. And I can go through page after page after page of our students. But how about this? Our students as a whole in our company, since January 1st this past year, we're coming up on 1 year, we're about 2 weeks away. In the past 11 and a half months, our students have generated in real money trading accounts over 3.3 million pips. I would challenge you to go anywhere in the world and find results like that. That's over $33 million in a standard lot. It's about our education. It's about our technology. But to me, the most important thing, it's about the support of our people. We've got the best coaches, mentors, students. We've got our own unique technology available for everybody to use. So how many of you in this presentation would be interested in taking every tool, every indicator that I demonstrated to you, have the ability to use it risk-free for the next 60 days, have the use of our coaches, our mentors, and at the end of 60 days, if this does not provide the return on investment that you believe is worth the value, we give you 100% of your investment back. How many of you are interested in learning more about that? Type in me or yes in the chat box. Because again, I've been doing this for about 25 years. To me, the Ultimate Traders Package on Demand with these tools is by far the easiest, the most all-encompassing program that there is. Now, very quickly, every benefit that comes involved with this today, I'm going to outline. Again, I'm short on time, so hang tight with me. You get a 2-day instructional class where we spend a total of about 20 hours going in depth with all of our strategies and our techniques and our trading platform. Now, we do these time to time in person here in our office in Orlando, Florida. You can fly down here or you can watch them live over the internet. We record them, we archive them, we save them. You have 24-hour-a-day access to them. You get training manuals, strategy checklists. You get an online manual in our university. This is our back office of our website where we've beautifully videoed in our studios our techniques, our strategies, how to use our tools. Very cool information. Now, the Smart Trader techniques and formulas, all of our charting software, everything is included. 24-hour support. Again, it's all web-based. It'll travel with you on your tablets, on your phones. It's all smart technology. You get the trader's checklist with the risk management, okay? You get daily live webinars. Let me show you something. These are the kind of people that you get to work with on a daily basis. I meant to show you this earlier. This is right here, Tyson Clayton, one of my good friends, one of our coaches. I want to show you something that was written on here just about 2 weeks ago. I'm not going to show you the video, but I want to show you a comment on here. Right here, I'm going to hit comments. Can everybody see as I go down here? Jean May Williams writes, "Wow, Tyson, you've been my source of inspiration. Today, I'm proud to tell you that you've guided me to success of turning $5,000 to $40,000 in 3 months." Do you think that's a pretty good return on investment? This is the level of expertise that you get to work with in our organization on a daily basis with our software program coaches and mentors. You get the one day, you get to work with the FX Cheap and the Fast Track membership, a success coach. And then we have analysts on demand. Literally every second the currency market is open, we are live trading with our students. There is never a moment that the currency market is open 24 hours a day, every day from Sunday till Friday here in the US, that we are not live interacting, trading with our students. You are never left alone in this market trading. On top of that, we will give you, as I said, an in writing 100% investment guarantee. In fact, don't take my word for it. Use us for the next 60 days. Use every tool, every indicator, our experts, go through our training. We take all the risk in this relationship. We're going to give you all of our proprietary tools. We literally have to earn your business. All we ask is to please give us an honest effort. That's it. Now, every tool, every indicator, if you look at this really as a market value, again, I'm different than most people. I never say how much is something. I always look at things as what is my return on investment. I mean, that's what business people look at, return on investment. If you look at the market value of this program, I mean, easily with over 200 employees we have, in order to support all of them, our trading, our platforms, everything, our education, well over $10,000. Now, you're not going to have to invest $10,000 with us. You can in the future anytime. Now, there will be a price increase rolling into 2018. We do have a price increase every year. But between now and the end of the year, you can go online to our website, get every tool indicator in the Ultimate Traders package for a one-time investment of $6,995. But I'm going to give you a special today. Being that this is the last investor inspiration of the year, we've got a trading plan session tonight. We're going to be going live. Those of you who are going to come on board today, I will give you risk-free 60-day in writing 100% investment back guarantee. You come on board today for a one-time investment of $5,995. That's $1,000 right off of the online. That's going to include every tool, every indicator that I demonstrated to you. 100%. Yes, we do have some payment plans available. And that's real easy to secure your spot. Just put your telephone number in, and I will have an education specialist reach out to you, answer all your questions, get you scheduled for an orientation, and again, you're off and running with these tools. You will be, the only frustration you will have is that you didn't do this about 6 months ago, right? That you've waited till the end. Now, here's the thing. The first 20 of you that come on board this afternoon, I got space for you tonight. We will be updating our updates of our prediction. Picture yourself in the next 2 weeks of us lining up 12 to 1,500 pips. Okay, I've got a bunch of names and numbers. Keith, I've got your number. Alex, I've got your number. Anna, I've got your number. Thomas, I've got your number. Lillian, I've got your number. Now, there's 2 ways to invest in this. We do have a payment plan. You have what's called an option A and an option B. Option A just says, hey, I like discounts. I want a discount. I'll pay for it all at once. I'll take your guarantee for the next 60 days. And if this doesn't produce the return on investment, I'll get 100% of my money back. You are option A, okay? If you'd like the discount, go ahead and type in your telephone number and A, and I will have a proper education specialist reach out to you. If you'd like to learn about our customizable payment plans, we're very flexible. We can work within your budget. You need to type in your telephone number and a B. Now, the difference between the A and the B is with the A, you get a discount. The B, the discount does not qualify. But we're very flexible. We will work within your budgets to help you go ahead and do this. So, gang, if I've got a bunch of you putting your names and numbers in, okay, Alexander is an A, Jack is a B, Nicola's a B, Diana is an A, Sue is an A, Carol is a B, Isaac's a B, Tracy's a B. Excellent. We'll be following up with all of you. Congratulations to all of you. Gang, all we ask is to do is if you have success, you have a great experience with us, do me a favor, go on social media and just post your results. Just post your results. We have found it's fascinating. The growth that we have had in the last few years is so directly related to people like you all over the world posting their results. Just post your results and we'd be very, very thankful. Again, we're excited to work with all of you. We got a ton of opportunity lining up in the market, rolling into this year. Coming on board today is going to give you a plan to finish 2018 strong. You're going to have the first 6 weeks of next year if they plan moving into there. Now, very quickly, I have one last little bonus for you. Those of you that are going to come on board and you're going to do the option A, for the first 5 of you that pick up the phone and call in, I'll give you another $500 off. But I've only got 5 of those vouchers. So if you are going to call in, go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and put in a phone number in the chat box. I got 5 vouchers to give away to save you another $500. If you like me, you like discounts, you like to save money, call into that 407 number right now. And gang, we will save you an additional $500. And go ahead, you've got my permission to start calling in right now. So just to kind of wind things down, just so you could get another overview of everything that's included in our package, all these benefits, everything is included here today. Again, I know option A says $59.95, but if you call in, I'll get an enrollment specialist to give you a voucher for $54.95. Just go ahead and call in right now. Congratulations, all of you come on board. We're looking forward to working with you. Have a strong finish to 2017. Have a great 2018. Happy holidays to all of you.